Is it possible that the minds that we often label as the most detached, cold, and logical are actually having deep and rich emotional worlds? Well, welcome to my channel. Let's reveal who is the INTJ personality type. INTJs have a rich emotional landscape and profound intuitive insights that, as known, make them truly unique. INTJs, known for their strategic thinking and reserved nature, INTJs can still be often quite misunderstood. INTJs are often not social butterflies, but their reservedness doesn't mean that they're disinterested, because INTJs have a quite unique way with interacting with the world. Their communication style is responding and directing, which means that they would rather direct things into a certain situation and have control over it rather than following. They make decisions based on foresight and vision rather than on impulse. They are responding, introverted types who would rather internalize outcomes and plan things before they execute it. INTJ's strengths are, they are big picture oriented because they would rather plan things ahead with precision before executing. INTJs value knowledge and competence above everything else. This is why they can be fiercely independent. They drive for self-improvement and self-reliance, which most of the time can lead INTJs to achieve pretty impressive things in their careers. INTJ weaknesses, on the other hand, can be sometimes that they are too inward focused. And this can lead them to disconnect from the social and emotional external world. Their high standards of thinking can come across often as judgmental or dismissive, making it harder to create and build relationships. They might really also struggle to understand their deep emotions, which is actually the reason why they might come across as cold. Altogether, they can be pretty blind to other people's perspectives and understandings and the emotional atmosphere and the social norms that are happening around them. To understand INTJ, we have to talk about the cognitive functions. Their dominant and leading introverted intuition allows them to discover different patterns, meanings, and symbols and create or think, innovate with the future possibilities within themselves. For INTJs, it's not about envisioning the future only. It's about creating it. It's about creating and shaping the future based on their own will and desire. INTJs are often understood as the people who are visionaries, but it really does not mean that other personality types could not do that. It's actually that INTJs, because the intuition is inward focused and combined with their introverted feeling, they have a sense of a personal attachment to the abstract. They're having an abstract internal dialogue. They reflect repeatedly within themselves. This internal dialogue is being shaped by their feelings, emotions, identity. This is why INTJs can actually be pretty similar to INFJs because they have a sense of emotional world attached to the intuition. Introverted intuition really wants to find meaning in the world. They understand their vision and goals from the perspective of relating to it personally. Because INTJs think and envision before they act, it might be sometimes hard to start things. But once they have decided they want to finish something, they will die finishing it. Their supporting function, extroverted thinking, has an important role for INTJs. INTJs value efficiency and they want to optimize everything. They can come across as confident with their logical and reasoning, but if they come across like that, it means their opinion is backed up by pure evidence, pure research. Because usually INTJs can be really careful for what information do they put forward. Because INTJs don't create the logic within themselves. They observe the external information and they gather it together to have a conclusion of their own. This can make INTJs also pretty grounded in reality. On the other hand, INTJs use references and data validation processes, which means that they might use like authority and credentials to prove that they think they are correct. INTJs will feel unconfident with their own thinking capabilities, even if a lot of people around them would tell them that they are really good at something. That's why INTJs are always seeking to learn and improve. Introverted feeling child function. This is what really adds a surprising layer to the INTJ personality type. They have a sense of values and emotions, which is, by the way, really personal and can be pretty guarded. Just like ISTJs, INTJs also guard and protect their own personal attachment, identity, and their feelings. INTJs might question their own identity and values, and sharing your feelings with other people might be really hard. INTJs who have a strong introverted feeling and combined, of course, with the other introverted function, intuition, can make them really idealistic and philosophical. They can have intense internal philosophical debates. Because of this function, they also have the opposite extroverted feeling deceiving function, which means they have really a blind spot for what people value. They might dissociate from the emotional and the social world. This is why they might be cautious and insecure when it comes to the emotional atmosphere. This is why they might come across pretty awkward, say the wrong words in a really wrong situation, and also why they might come across sometimes selfish due to they have awareness of their own emotions but not other people's emotions. Lastly, extroverted sensing inferior or aspirational. This is how INTJs perceive the world around them. It's a source of insecurity for them. This means they can have, for example, performance anxiety, or they might be insecure of the experiences they're giving to other people. This can also be aspirational, which means that this can be the way INTJs can really create connections with other people by being extremely good at entertaining other people, giving people a good time. INTJs are far more than the cold, systematic personality type. They have a depth of intuition and emotion, which really can offer pretty valuable insights for the world. Next time you see an INTJ, remember the complexity of their inner world. If you're an INTJ, please comment below and let me know. I have met only few INTJs due to that they are pretty rare personality type, so please comment below and tell me where I'm going wrong and where I'm correct. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.